right. Let's see how many crazy people want to learn how to do math in the middle of the night. So, welcome everybody, welcome. What we're going to do is we're going to understand how to read the abacus. Here we go. So we're going to do 5, 7, 7, that's what 7 looks like. 5, 6, 7. We have 6, we have 3, we have 2. Whew. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. We're learning how to do math in the middle of the night. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is an abacus. An abacus is a counting tool, and what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to read it. So the number that we're going to do is 7,632. So we have 7,632. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, Pennywise. So we have 7, we're going to do 7, 5, 6, 7. We have 6, 5, 6. We're going to do 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we have 2, 1, 2. So notice that whenever the beads are touching the reckoning bar, it is considered counted. I have 4 columns that are touching the reckoning bar. I have 4 digits on my abacus. So that means I have 7, 6, 3, 2. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So then our next number is going to be 1,169. So we're going to do 1,000. I'm going to clear my abacus. To clear my abacus, all I got to do is just push all of the stuff out. So I go 1,169. So that's what 169 looks like. So on the abacus, we're going to color it in. We're going to do 1. That's what 1 looks like. 1 looks like. 1 is 1 bead. And then we have another 1. And so that's the hundreds. So we color in the 1 bead. We have 6, 5, 6. The top bead is a value of 5, right? Thank you so much for liking my live. Thank you. Wait. Thank you so much for liking the live. So we have 6 and then we have 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. So all these beads that are touching the reckoning bar is considered 9. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking my live. And so we have 6, we have 1,169. This is the ones, this is the tens, this is the hundreds, this is the thousands. So every column is a place value. And then our next number is going to be 3 digits. If it's 3 digits, we don't need to use all of our columns. So when we're looking, our number is going to be 868. Notice that the top bead is touching the top bead is touching the reckoning bar. So because the top bead is touching the reckoning bar, these are counted. So we have 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 6, 5, 6, and then again 5, 6, 7, 8. If I remove the 5, then we have 3. If I remove the 5 from this one, I have 1. If I remove it again from here, then I have 3. But now I add the 3, this becomes 8. I add the 5, this becomes 6. I add the 5, this becomes 8. So I'm going to put it on my abacus. I do 8, 5, and then plus 3. If anybody needs some help, let me know. I've got the fire engine coming on my way. Okay, we're going to do 2,278. So on the abacus, we're going to do four columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because we have 4 digits. So we have 4 digits, we're going to do 4 columns. We do 2, 2, 7, 8. So we have 2, 1, 2. Notice if I add the top bead, this will be considered 7. Oh, okay, thank you, Tempted. Are you trying? Are you really trying, or are you trolling? I'm okay if you're trying, and I will go slower. But if you're trolling, I'm gonna cook you. Are you really? Okay. I'll go slow. So we have 4 digits. So when we're looking, we have 2,278. So if I take away the 5, this becomes 3. If I take away the 5, does that make sense? So when we're looking, we have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. I'm going to color it in on my abacus. Good. I just need to keep checking if it's a troll or a try, right? Yeah, so it's easy. So when we're looking, let's do a review. Ah, yes. No. No, chica. I'm sorry. What is? No, chica. So when the blue touches the reckoning bar, yes, it's +5. If it is away, goes up, then it's -5. So right now we're at 0. Does that make sense, chica? So when we're looking, this is 0. So if I want to add the 5, there would be 5. If I take away the 5, that's -5. And then I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I have 4, none of the beads, right? And so we have 5. We have 6. So if I take this away, we have 1. If I add the 5, we have 6. We have 2, add the 5 is 7. We have 3, add the 5, we have 8. We have 4, add the 5, and this is 9. That's it. So then you might be wondering, what's 10? 10 is not this. 10 is 55. This is 55. 10 is like this. That's what 10 looks like. So 10, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. That's how we do 10. It's exactly how we write. So when we do 20, 30, 40, and then 50, right? And then we do 60, 70, 80, 90. That's it. Easy. Simple to use, easy to understand. Right? Make sense? So now, can you try the next one? Yeah. Let me, hold on. Yes, let's do it. Okay, we're going to do this. Actually, you know what? We'll do this one. We'll do this one. I have this one. This one I have in stock. We'll do that one. Hold on. Let me pin it. Okay, so what we're going to do is, sorry, I had to think about it because I was like in the middle of a thought. Yeah? Oh, good, chica, right? Okay, good. Yes, good. Okay, hold on. So this is my book. We're going to talk about 2 digits. So it'll be a little bit easier. We don't have to do 4 digits. We'll do 2 digits. And the only we're going to worry about is the 10s and the 1s. That's all we're going to worry about. All right? So here's the book, and then here is my mazes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a number. I'm going to pick a maze. So we have our 10s and our 1s. What number do you think this is? Right? We have our 10s and our 1s. What number do we think this is? What are we really doing? Following. Following, yes, following. Thank you. Chris, it is not. Hello, Big Al. It is actually 58. We have 5, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. We're actually doing Abacus this time. We're not. Does that make sense? Yes, good. Thank you, Tempted. So we have 5, and then 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. The top beat will always be value of 5. Adding the top when it's touching the reckoning bar is counted. So then 24 actually looks like this. 20 and then 4. Notice that the bottom beads is a value of 1. So this is what 20 looks like. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So together, this is 2. Together, this is 4. So that's what 24 looks like. 18 looks like that. The 1 is at the bottom, is underneath the reckoning bar. However, the question was the top of the reckoning bar. So we have to kind of pay attention to the positioning of the beads. So the answer is actually 58. Great. Makes sense? So then we have our next number. Can we do subtraction? Yeah, we could do some subtraction after we do this. But yeah, that's a good one. We can practice our subtraction. We'll do -5. And I'm just playing around with the camera. Come on. All right. So we have our next number. Yes, you did get it right. Good job, Tempted. So our next number, we have our 10s and we have our 1s. Thank you, Big Al. Yep. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tempted. Yep. Make sense? And so, Wawa, did that make sense? When you're looking, we have our 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When all the beads are touching the reckoning bar, they're being counted. The top bead is a 5 and the bottom bead is 4. The bottom beads are 2, right? And this top bead is not touching the reckoning bar, so we don't need to count it. These 2 beads are not touching, so we don't need to count it either. So what are we doing? Right? Make sense? So we're going to go to our next num. Okay, so that's that. So now we have our next number. Right? You're actually an amazing teacher. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tempted. I appreciate that. Chris. Thank you, Big Al. Thank you, Tempted. Yes. So this is actually 14. It is 14. Yes, thank you. Because we have our tens. You're tired. Yeah, it's late. It's so late. I was like doom scrolling a little bit to see what all the other people are doing, like whoever else is on live, and there's nobody teaching. And so I'm just letting you know that you guys, whoever is in my room, is like completely crazy because you guys are learning math in the middle of the night. And so I just want to let you guys know, you guys are my people. I have to be up at 4 hours. Oh my God, you can't sleep? Are you serious? 4 hours? Come on, Chris. I don't know. I love the brain food. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Chris, I hope you sleep well. I stayed up. No, you did not. You make me feel so bad. Thank you, Tempted. No, Chris. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've always wanted to learn this. My mother did so. I'm so sorry. I was doing grocery shopping. Yes, it is 44. Thank you, everybody. Yes, 44. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. You're right. Because these two columns are considered counted. So we have that. So we have our two columns, ones and tens. So that's the number 44. I wanted to homeschool my son so I can try to educate myself. Well, oh good. Oh good, Chica. Yes, I have a lot of books and I have a lot of videos and I have a lot of online classes and I also do private tutoring. Thank you. It is 66. You're welcome. What? Yes. I just have 3 hour distance. I do some work on my students as well. I do work some of my students as well. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, okay. So we have 66, you're right. So we have the top beat is 5, the top beat is 5. And when we add the 1, that is considered 6 because you bring it together, these are 66. And so we have our next number. Not work. Oh. So we have tens and our ones. What does that look like? Thank you, Tempted. Thank you, Big Al. Yes, it is 35. Well done. We got it, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3 in the tens column. We got the 5 in the ones column. That's it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start doing some adding and subtracting. Yeah? Are we ready for that? We're ready for that. Okay. We'll see how fast we can go. Are we okay? Chris, what was it that you wanted to do subtraction, right? I think it's not AI. I think it's AI, not Al. No, I think it's Al. Is it Al or AI? I think it's Al. I think you're right. Big AI. You could be right, Tempted. I think you're right. It is 57. Big I. You're right. Yeah. I don't know if I have the brain power tonight. Okay. Okay. We'll take it slow. We'll take it slow or do some other time. Al. 5, 6. I'm sorry. 5, 6, 7. All right, what do we have? We have our tens and we have our ones. Oh, hey. Hello, Allison. I didn't know. Oh, good. Thank you, Tempted. It is 29. Thank you, Chris. And then our next number. This is easy. This is easy. So what are we doing? That's it. That's it. I think we did this already. Yes, thank you, Tempted. It is 0. That's it. 0. Because why? None of the beads are touching the reckoning bar. Thank you, Chica. Thank you, Big Al. Yeah. And so we have this. We have our tens. We have our tens. And we have our ones. Try subtraction. Okay. Chris. Yes. 4, 47. 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 7. 5, 6, 7. Well done. Well done. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Big Al. All right. We got 2 more, and then we're going to start going to the next one because I feel like I want to finish my maze. We're almost done with the maze. So we have our tens and we have our ones. What is our number? Thank you. 50. Is it 57? No, it's not. Oh, yeah. 60, 62. Yes, thank you. 62. 5, 6, and then 2. Well done. Well done. And then we have this. There we go. So we have our final number. We have our tens and we have our ones. Thank you, Chica. Right? Easy. Simple to use, easy to understand. Simple to use, easier to understand. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Chris. Well done, well done. Okay, and that's it. So this book is available in my shop. I do have other books available as well. This one is, it comes as a bundle, and the Abacus comes with it. It is, I did pin it. Yep, I did pin it. And for those of you that are interested, I have a whole collection over here. My name is Lynette, and I teach Abacus. I've been teaching Abacus for about 20 years, and now I'm here to bring Abacus to the Matrix. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome to the real world.
Well, I'm here to show what an abacus is, and I'm here to show how easy math can be with an abacus. And so please, for those of you that are just joining, and those of you that are new, please keep your mind open for something different.
Now, open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
Welcome, Triple! I wish algebra was as easy. Not a problem, Chica, not a problem. Okay, so we're going to continue on, and we're going to go into understanding how to do subtraction, because apparently we're not going to worry about how to add. So the first thing we're going to do is, here's a book. So let's start with this first. What we got to do is we got to understand how to move the beads. When we learn how to move the beads, notice that the beads are very easy to move. Because it's easy to move, you want to use your left hand to hold the abacus, even though you're left-handed or you're right-handed. It doesn't matter. Yes, thank you, Tempted. And so, thank you, Chica. Thank you, Chica, for attending and also contributing to the comments, because I wanted you guys to actively learn instead of passively watch. So the idea here is to make sure that we're keeping an interaction, right? Engaging, as opposed to just kind of passively, because I'm here to entertain, but I also want to make sure that you guys understand, because the more you understand, the easier arithmetic will become. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you for checking in. For those of you that are interested, please go ahead and check in at the orange heart me over here by wherever my forehead is. So the first thing we're going to do is understand this book. Hello, Chaotic! Hello, Chaotic! Good morning. I don't have a thing. Good morning. No, not good morning. Good, hello. So this is the preschool abacus book. Here's a little flip through. The reason why we have the abacus book, this is the preschool book. Oh, I don't have any more. I am sorry. I can't pin it. But I can pin this. The reason why we have this is because I want to get the kids young. I like how you yap. I could listen for hours. Thank you. I wish my family would think like that. They're like, don't bother me. I'm done. Okay, anyways. So we have 0 to 4. What we're going to do here is in lesson 1, we talk about 0 to 4. And this is about children. This is for children that don't know what the words are, right? So when we're looking at it, what the numbers are. And so when we're looking, we're just kind of relating the numbers to the abacus. And they're just little activities. That's all it is. And I just wanted them to understand what the numbers are from 0 to 4 is. Here are some more activities. This is a maze. They just need to find what the number is. They just need to know where the beads are. And my books are all specific to abacus, and I wanted them to get to know how to use the abacus as well as understand how it looks on the paper. When we're doing it, this is just a very pictorial in the beginning, because in the beginning, the kids may not know like the actual numbers themselves. It is a little bit difficult for the kids to understand that this top bead is a value of 5. It is a little bit sticky right here, but most of the time as they keep learning and they do understand the top bead is a value of 5. Then after we go from 5 to 9, we can do counting forward. After counting forward, we can count backwards. After counting backwards, then we're starting to do relationships. So then we have our our 2 numbers in the sides, and we got to figure the ones in the middle. And then after that, we figure out, okay, if I give you the number that's in the middle, what are the 2 numbers in the 2 numbers surrounding it? Then after that, we start going into doing comparison. We have bigger than and less than. Okay, so because we are done with that, now we're doing with our adding and subtracting. We're going to get into adding and subtracting. So up 2 inches. I don't know, Jeff. What you talking about? I'm only 5'2". I don't know what that means. So in Abacus World, what I want to do is also let you know that in Abacus World, we don't focus on the result. What we focus on, thank you, Chaotic, for checking in. So in the Abacus world, what we do is we focus on the second number. The second number is what dictates whether or not we're going to be adding or using the beads or just adding with formulas. And that's the one thing that we need to really understand. Thank you everybody for liking the live. I do appreciate that. So then what we're looking at, right, is we have 7 on the abacus. So what we're doing here is when we add, we go to the horizontal bar. We've done that. So when I want to add 2, it doesn't matter which 2. It's either these 2 beads or these 2 beads or these 2 beads. It doesn't really matter. But the idea is you got to just add in the 2 beads, right? And so my final answer is 9. That's what adding is. Subtracting. What is subtracting? Subtracting is moving it away from the horizontal bar. So this is my horizontal bar. All I got to do is take it away. So if I have 3, I want to take away 3. So if I want to take away 3, I have 9. I want to take away 3. I'm just going to take away these 3. So we know how to add. We will know how to subtract. That's what we're doing. So we have the 6 on the, we had 9 on the abacus. We want to subtract 3. Before I continue, I want to add this one. So we have 5 on the abacus. Right? You could do it the mainstream way, which is doing dots, which is perfectly fine. I'm not here to judge, but you can do it. On the abacus, I have the 5. I want to add the 3. Yes. Notice that when I add the 3, I go to the horizontal bar. When I subtract, I want to go away from the horizontal bar. In mainstream, do dots, not a problem. That's fine. But then you could also do tally marks. On the abacus, we just use it on the beads, right? We just do a translation. So if I did the 5 and the 3, that we know that's 8. We can now subitize. Subitizing means that if I look at it, I know what the answer is. Because I know what the answer is, it's easy for me to just know. So then we have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands. You'll look, I can actually scale this. Now, if I said I want to add 50 plus 30, I now have 80. So now it's scalable. So the bar is 0. When you put the blue bead, it adds 5. Yes. And it's simple. Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. I like this comment. Thank you so much for the comment. Yes, tempted. So when we're looking, and it goes to the next number, it does the same thing. So if I wanted to do the tens, it's the same thing. If I want to add the 5, and I add a 50, 5 and a 0, and I add 30, 3 and a 0, now I have 80. We can take it one step further, right? If you did it through the mainstream way, that's a whole lot of dots. That's a whole lot of counting, and my hands are going to get tired. I am too lazy for all of this stuff. But let's take it one step further. What if I did 500, right? 500 plus 300, 300. Then my answer is 800. So what I just showed you is that it is now scalable. Okay, so we're going to continue on. If I need to take away the 3. Did we do the 3? We're going to take away the 3. So I have 4 on the abacus. I added 4. I go to the horizontal bar. That's the horizontal bar. When I subtract 3... Question. I don't know if that worked. I don't know if that worked. Hello, everybody. Hello. I am back. Tempted. What is your question? Okay. So, yeah, it is pretty glitchy. But I think it's because everybody's doing live. A bit. Yeah, I think so. I think so. So we're going to do really quickly. We have 5. We're going to do what? Hello, fish guy. Hello, 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 hello. How are you today, fish guy? Nice to see you. We're going to add 3 on the abacus. My bad. No, actually it's the servers. The server. This is crazy. Connection is freezing. Connection is freezing. Yeah, I think it's the servers. I think it's because everybody is live. Everybody who's doing battles are doing lives right now. Tempted, what was your question? Nope, I didn't want that. That's not what I wanted. Whew, what's your question? Tempted. So notice that when we add, right? Freezing. Okay, have a good night, Chris. I'll see you later. Thank you so much for dropping by. Yeah, no worries, no worries, no worries. It's this. This works. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being patient. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing too many effects. All right. My question was, are the columns labeled like the tens, ones, and others? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There you go. There you go. Ha ha ha. So I have my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Why? Because I have a label right there. This is the dot, this label that you see. That dot tells me this is the ones place. Does that make sense? So are you able to put the number anywhere you want? You can put the number anywhere you want. It is up to you. I choose the label. So I know that I have two labels. There's one here, there's one here. You could choose this one to be your label, or you could choose this one to be your ones. It doesn't matter. But notice if that you choose this one to be your ones, then I move everything over and it will look like that. So let me move my, so it's easier to show you. So if I choose this one to be my, yes. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So now, yes, that's what's tripping me up in the middle, and that's kind of weird for me. Yeah. So when I look at it, I try to pay attention to the labels right here. So if you notice, this is my ones, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still here. So this is my ones. Right between my ones is my tenths, right, is my decimal. My decimal sits between my ones and my tenths. So then all of this will be my decimal. So what would look like is if I had my 100, if I had a 1 and I do that, right? We have 1.00001. That's what that would look like. If I choose this one to be my ones. However, if I did this and I choose this one to be my ones, like a Pokemon, where's my Pokemon?
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
I would do that. This would be 55,555 point. Point is right here, 55, right? So when we're looking, this is like my SAP track ad math puzzle book I created and what? Okay, thank you, Visionaire. So, yeah, exactly. So when we're looking, right, and then we can also do it again. But that's why I have the labels. Notice that the labels are our grouping. Because the grouping, we have it, right? We have our ones and we have our thousands. Why is this interesting? It's interesting because now we can do groupings. Because if I have a bigger abacus, this is my bigger abacus. This abacus is a 13-column abacus, and it works exactly the same. Every grouping is a label, right? So the grouping is what? Ones, thousands, millions, billions, and then trillions. Oh, you can't see. There you go. So when we're looking, right, every column is a placeholder. It doesn't matter. You can be here. If this is my ones, you could do my ones, thousands, millions. And then we could do over here. This would be ones, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, right? And then we have 10,000s, 100,000s, and then 1 millionths. I haven't seen the doctor's office since the 90s. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Okay. Do you have two cameras? I do have two cameras. I have a webcam and I have a document camera. Thank you. Michigan. Thank you. I'm assuming you're in Michigan. So, right? So when we're looking, the 13-column abacus is very versatile because you can actually do it. It's more helpful to do the division and multiplication on the abacus, on the 13-column abacus, just because you have more room to do things. You know what I mean? So this is a 7-column abacus. There's only 7 columns, but the way that the dots, the way that the labels are positioned, you only go up to 10,000. Right? And so that's why size matters, and you go with a 13-column one if you want to do it. Yeah. If it's lagging, it's the servers. It's the servers. That's not you. It's just me. It's TikTok, really. So then, I mean, even here, when we look at it, right, we have our thousands, millions, trillions, right? So if I use this one to be my ones, I have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 6, right? 0, 0, 4. That's what that would look like. Oh, that's wrong. There you go, 4. So 50 can be in the middle, and after that would be the 50 would not be in the middle. 50 would be 5 and then 0. This is my ones. So I always use the marker as my ones indicator. So then my 50 would always be left to it, if that makes sense. Yeah, the middle would be my ones, because we always start at the ones place. We don't start anywhere else. So yeah, so that's why it would be ones in the middle. Does that make sense, Tempted? Yeah. What else? Those are the numbers. Oh, yeah, here we go. So then, I think we're back. Okay. Okay. Yes, Tempted. If you wanted to be in the middle like this, you can be in the middle. Not a problem. It doesn't even matter. You can, so this would be 5, right? This would be 0. And then if we look, right, you can even do this to be, right? So I don't know if you can see that. This would be the 9. Right? That's in the middle. So this would be 9. If you do 50, it would look like that. If you do 500, it would look like that. 5,000 would look like here. If you wanted to, you could start from here. Right? It doesn't matter, as long as you choose one. So this one is your 5. This is 50. This is 500. This is 5,000. Because why? I chose this to be my ones place. You know what I mean? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It just helps you to track your numbers. That's all it does. That's all it does. It just helps you track your numbers. Unstable internet. Video quality will be automatically adjusted. Oh, all right. Okay. I'm not sure if Tempted you're okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're doing this one. So here, if I did this. Oh, thank you, Angelica. Thank you so much for checking in. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Oh, that didn't work. Angelica, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. TikTok does teach your math. I'm sorry. I don't even know that was called. Yeah. I liked it. Oh, good. Thank you, Cheesecake. Thank you for checking in. Hello. Hello. Nazar, thank you so much. Is there a dot on every abacus? In the modern abacuses, yes. In the modern abaci, yes. They do have it. The previous, even the ones that I have. So I've been teaching abacus for about 20 years, and even the one that I had the dots as well. The Japanese was able to make it more efficient, and they realized that labeling also helps a lot. So this is my specific abacus. This is made out of bamboo, and they have the dots as well. This is a 23 column abacus. So then we have our ones, thousands, millions, billions, and trillions. But we can go all the way up to 23 columns. Yeah. So yes, they do most, if not all, Soroban abacus will have the dot. So the dots are the same places. The dots are grouped. Yes, the dots are grouped in the same places because just like we have commas, right? Just like how we have commas in our... Thank you so much for the pharaoh mask. Oh. Just like we have our numbers and we have our commas, is the same thing we have it in our abacus. Does that make sense? So if our number gets big, not the same place as I said the ones place. Oh. So the dot is the ones place. No, because this is not the ones place. This is the millions. So it's also labeled as a comma as well. You know what I mean? It's a label to know that every grouping is there. So if I choose this one to be my ones, I know this one will be my thousands. I don't need to count it. You know what I mean? So they're just labels. It doesn't matter where the ones is, but at least I have my labels, right? So if this is ones, my label is here. This is the thousands. There's another label here. Now I have my millions. I don't have to count it again. You know what I mean? So there's a reason why they're dots. It doesn't matter which one you use, but the order is always the same. Yeah, these are really good questions. Thank you, Tempted. These are very good questions. But yeah, and yes, good. I'm happy that worked. Thank you, because
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
right? because the idea is to try to actively learn what we're trying to see. This is very different than what we have in mainstream. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to show you how easy it is to make it mainstream, but we just need to understand how to use it. This is an abacus. An abacus is a counting tool. This counting tool actually helps me visualize numbers. That is all it does. But if you notice, there's power to understanding where all the dots are, or where all the columns are. So that's why if I have these two, right, there's these two dots. If I have ones here, then I know that this will be my thousands. It's the same. Oh, we can't see it. We have 99,000. 99,000 would look like what? This is what it would look like. 9999000. That's what it would look like. So when we're looking, that's what happens. So the dots can act sort of like a comma. Can it act also like a decimal? No. No, that's where I draw the. Oh, here, I'm back. Stupid. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So the decimals cannot be a place value. It doesn't hold anything. That's why it cannot be a column. It has to sit in between. So it makes sense? So this number here is 99,999. The decimal cannot be here because that's where the ones is. And then we have 0.99. Yeah. So, but those are very good questions. Those are very good questions. 21 people still here. Thank you for staying. I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know if Tempted is still here. I'm going to continue on. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I've lost my train of thought. Oh, you know what's really interesting is, I don't know if you guys know Roman numerals. So Roman numerals, if you look, not this one. Oh, yeah, this one. So 5, that's what 5 looks like, right? V1, so 1 would be like that. And then we have V2, so we have 7, just like on the on the Roman numerals. We have 5 on the top and then 2, 1, 2. And then here we have 8. We have 5 on the top and we have 3, 1, 2, and then 3. But in Roman numerals, you don't do 9 like this. You actually do 9 like this. 9 is 1 take away 10, which is interesting because then it goes into, if we needed to bring it together, we actually do in our numbers. Okay, so I am lagging again. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. Please keep your mind open for something different. For those of you that are interested, I am working on an abacus.
Now open your mind to me, please. Open your mind.
For those of you that are interested, I do have abacus available in my TikTok shop. Okay, so how are we doing? I know I've got some questions. I was lagging, and how are we doing? Any other questions that you guys wanted to ask? We wanted to do subtraction. That's what we're going to do. So here we are. We're going to do some subtraction. The first thing we're going to do is understand how to subtract the 5. The reason why we want to learn how to subtract the 5 is because it's one of those core concepts that we need to understand. To utilize the 5 is we need to understand that 4 and 1 is equal to 5. That's what we need to know. The reason why is because we're going to utilize this 5 that's up here. This 5 actually houses our information. When are we going to do that? Well, here is the question that we're going to use. We have minus the 4. When we want to take away the 4, we're going to have to take away the 5 plus the 1. Why do we have to add if we want to subtract? Well, it's just like drifting.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
So, yeah. What does that mean? Well, we have 8 on the abacus. Let's do that. So we have 8 on the abacus, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to take away 4. I have no more beads to take away the 4. This is only 3. I need to take away 4. But guess what? I could see that 4 is in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. If I remove this whole package, then I've taken away too much. I have to give back 1. So when I take away this package, when I take away the 5, I have to add back the 1. So my final answer is 4. It's the same thing on the abacus. Inside here is 4. I have to take it away, but I've taken away too much. Now I have to add back the 1. Why is this different? It's not different because it's the same thing with this nickel, right? If I had 8 on the abacus, just like this, if I had 8 on the abacus, I want to take away 4. But to take away 4, I cannot split this nickel. What do? I need to get change back, right? So if I take away this nickel, I have to add back 1. So that's why we have to add in order to subtract, right? Because it depends on how much you're taking away. If I take away 5, it is too much. Does that make sense? Because it's not 1-to-1, right? We're doing this as a group. This group of 5 is what we're dealing with. So that's why if I take it away, I need to add back the 1. That's abacus. If I have 8 on the abacus, I want to minus the 5, add the 1. That is the formula I need to understand. So we could do it again. If I have 16 on the abacus, right? If I have 16 on the abacus, notice I have no beads to take away. Why does this matter though? It matters because you can't do adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing on the abacus if you don't pay attention. You know what I mean? It's just like we don't need to memorize doubles, and there's no such thing as minus doubles. And this is usually for young kids or people that want to learn something different. So why does it matter? Well, that's how you add and subtract on the abacus. That's why it matters. This is how you do basic arithmetic on the abacus. And if you can visualize your numbers. Okay. We have 16 on the abacus. I want to take away the 4. If I want to take away the 4, I have no more room. I have no more beats. Notice that? I only have 3. No, I only have 1. I need to take away 4. In order to take away the 4 is inside here. So this is why we have to use the formula. Minus the 5 plus the 1. So my final answer is 12. So the biggest thing to understand is we don't need to memorize the answers. What we need to do is we need to understand how to get the answer. That's the difference. In mainstream math, the difference is mainstream math is you have to memorize a whole lot as opposed to just understanding the concept of minusing the 4. We can do it again over here. If I show you on the abacus that we have 15, any tips on teaching nonverbal children math? Yeah, use a math manipulative like an abacus. I would try to do this, and then we would start looking at how this is 10. But then you might need to use other math manipulatives to make it a 10 so they understand. So like this is equal to this. When we count, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. They are nonverbal, so they don't need to, as long as they can understand. Oh, right? So that's what I assume. I don't know. I've not taught nonverbal children. But they understand, right? When we look, this is 5. We have 6, 7, 8, and then 9. After 9, we have 10. So, mermez, do they understand as opposed to speaking, right? Yeah. All right. So we could do it again with 7. When we have 7 on the abacus, right? We have 7 on the abacus. We're not understanding how to take away the 4. Well, to take away the 4, we realize all we got to do, we have 7 on the abacus. I need it in here. It's hard to explain, but they do understand depending on the kiddo. Oh yeah, if you can tell them, they don't need to repeat. I would use the you could try using the abacus, because the difference is they don't need to draw it on they don't have to draw it on the paper. Yeah, definitely a visual learner. She's 7. I would try it. You know what I mean? Yeah, she doesn't need to say that this is 7. Because she just needs to learn how to move the beads. Once she knows how to move the beads, the answers are right there. I do the most part. It should be fine, because it's very visual, right? The servers are so bad. So if I have 7 on on the abacus, this is my number over here. If I have 7 on the abacus, I want to add, no, I won't do that there. I want to do here. I want to subtract the 3. You're going to know what? You're going to have to memorize that minus the 5 plus the 2. These are like directions. Minus the 5 plus the 2. So my final answer is 4. Yeah. And then we can do it again. So what this book does is it repeats and it explains and it provides a practice for children to do this. And this was geared towards children that are 5 to about 8 or 9. No, 5 to about 7 or 8. And I'm making more books, but these are all very abacus specific. And so here is another practice. We're doing this, and I try to make it into more activities. This is a spinner. So you use a paper clip and you spin it and you get the number. When you get the number, you put it onto the chart, and then you can figure it out. Then you have to multiply it. You have to add it, subtract it out. So I have 15 on the abacus. 1, 5. I want to take away the 3. To take away the 3, I don't have enough. What do? I have to minus the 5 plus the 2. So I minus the 5 and I add the 2. So my final answer is 12. So what are we doing? We're understanding that even though we're subtracting, you still need to add, right? Just like in cars.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
Why? Because when we're doing it, I need to... We have 15 on the abacus. What we're doing is we're taking the 3 away from here. But if I take away this whole thing, right, we don't have enough. We have to bring back 2 of these beads. We have to bring back 2 of the beads. So I can take the whole thing, but then it's like an exchange. That's what it is. It's an exchange. So I take away the 5 and I exchange it for the 2. So then your final answer is 12. And that's subtraction on the abacus. Right? And what we do is we understand concepts. So one big concept is how to make a 5. The next big concept is how to make a 10. How to make a 10. Oh, excuse me. Right? And so when we're looking, we're going to continue on. This whole book is all about how to make a 5. The reason why is because it's a concept, and this concept is being practiced. And as you practice it, you'll start seeing that there's a pattern. If you know how to add, you know how to subtract, right? So you'll notice that I have 6 on the abacus. Well, we've done it before. If I take away the 2, right? If I need to take away the 2, look, it's somewhere in here. The 2 is here. It's just like a nickel. You cannot break a nickel, right? You got to give exchange. So if I have 6 on the abacus, 6 on the abacus, what do? I can take away 2. It's in here. It's inside my nickel. So all I got to do is add the 3 so I can take away the 5. I take away the 5 and I add the 3. So my final answer is 4. It's just like drifting. You have to go right to go left.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
Right? So, and that's the interesting thing. What we're doing is we're balancing the equation. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremiah, for checking in. For those of you that are interested, go ahead and check in over at the Orange Heart Me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then, what are we doing? So what we're doing is we're going to minus the 2. When we minus the 2, we can do it again. So we have 16 on the abacus, and we want to take away the 2. To take away the 2 is what? We need to know it's minus the 5 plus the 3. So we take away the 5 and we add the 3. So my final answer is 14. What we're doing is we are taking away too much when we take away the 5. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Joseph. How's it going? Oh, yeah. There we go. How you doing, Joseph? Good to see you. I'm just being stupid. All right. So what are we doing? We're just practicing how to do subtraction because I don't do enough subtraction. So we have 5 on the abacus. Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you for the share. Anyways, okay. Which book to buy first grader? First grader? First grader. First grader. I would recommend the 2-digit abacus. I would recommend. Thank you, Live in Life. Oh, thank you, Live in Life. I just thought you're funny. Thank you, Jeremiah. No problem. Becky, I would recommend for a first grader, it would be a 2-digit abacus maze. The reason why is because we want them to really understand how the abacus looks like. And when we're looking, it's just a bunch of numbers, right? We're just understanding, and it's a 2-digit number. And so at first grade, they should know their numbers from 0 to 99. In the beginning of the book, I show and I try to explain what it looks like on the abacus. We have 0 to 4 and then 5 to 9. We learn how to count it, and I wanted them to color. And then after that, I review or I explain what a tens place is. The tens place is the second column to the left of the ones indicator. That's where this ones indicator happened. The ones indicator is my ones place, and then next to it is my tens place. So every time we look, we have 36 on the abacus. We go 30 and then we do 6. So this is about understanding how to read the abacus, and this book strengthens that concept. So the first thing that kids do is that they need to understand how to read the abacus. I have this mask maze, and the mask maze is to help block out the answers. So I also give you the opportunity to give me your address so you can download it as a printable mask. So this is my other mask. This is the mask that I have, and this mask is printed on a file folder. So it's thick enough, and you'll be able to just focus on the question, and then you can't see what the answer is. Is your name Lynette? My name is Lynette. Yes, it is Lynette. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Does that make sense, Becky? So when we're looking, we want to make sure that they don't see what the answers are, and they have to really understand this. And then what I would do here is I would show my abacus. So this is the tens, and then this is the ones. So that's what I have. Yeah. So we have 20 and then 9. And then they go through the whole maze. I've already done the maze, right? Because I've already done the maze, it's one of those things like, and this is what I use to bring everybody in to understand how to read the abacus. So when we're looking, there's a bunch of practice. Again, it's practicing. What the idea is that they color in the abacus, and then they find what the answer is. Then I give you the option of a reverse maze. So it's a different type of maze. I give you the path. There's an instructions over here. I give you the path, right? I give you the path of the abacus. Then I give you the number, and you're supposed to color in the beads. So this is 54. You color in the beads. Oh, hey. Oh, that didn't work. Thank you. I don't know. Is that butter? You're just putting filters, I think. Putting filters you think it's funny. Yeah, I do. I think it's cute. I mean, there's some other ones that's kind of interesting. I try not to. Oh, do you know who Mr. Bean is? I like Mr. Bean. My kids love Mr. Bean. It was crazy. So, but yeah. Thank you, Sarge. Red Surge. Red Surge. Yeah. Why did you just become the bean? 'Cause it's the greatest thing next to sliced bread. Thank you. I could put on crazy hair if you like. Would that be better? Maybe you don't like the bean. Those are the only ones I see. Those are the only ones I see that are kind of cool. It's funny that my hair goes at the same time. It's fun to see you play with them. I keep being you. Thank you. Uh, Thank you, Jeremiah. I like it too. You're educating pure joy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Danica. Thank you. Bean was my favorite growing up. Well, yeah, I liked it too. My kids really loved Mr. Bean. I didn't like it because he didn't enunciate anything, so there was no language. You know what I mean? So I was like, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, so that's, and so if you're, oh, Becky, so I'm sorry. I've kind of gone on, I digress. So for if you're ever interested, if you're ever wondering what the answer is, I do have answers in the back of the book, just in case there's a little bit of discrepancies, and you don't know what the answers are. So I do provide the answers in the back of the book, and that's what I do with the first grader. The first grader I think would be able to do anything, and then I found that a lot of the kids enjoy doing the mazes. Have an amazing. Oh, thank you, you too, Danica. I know you won't stop being amazing. If I can find more tools, this is fantastic. Yeah. Becky, I hope that made sense. I'm sorry, I'm not like really focused when I'm talking, but it's just one of those things. I really enjoy the filters too. And then, oh yeah, so then after this, I would recommend. After this, I would recommend you could go to the 3 digits. I don't know if I'm wrong or something, but since Bean don't talk, maybe he's deaf. Oh, maybe. Yes, I love it. I just added the card. Oh, good. Oh, good. Um, after the two digit, I don't know if you want to start going into adding and subtracting. I would. So then I would start going into a +5. So this is where we're talking about how to make a 5. And in mainstream school, sorry, I need to. In mainstream, I just pinned it to the bottom. So in mainstream school, they teach the kids how to make a 5, but in Abacus we actually utilize the concept. We utilize the concept of how to make a 5, why we're going to use the 5, and that's why we have our Abacus, because our Abacus talks about utilizing this 5, this top beat. Hello, hey, Tropical Paradise. Hello, that's been a little bit. I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? How's it going? All right. But also he can hear people. Yeah, yeah. Because his mom talks. For Mr. Bean, his mom talks to him. So the next one, yeah. So what I would do is I would do the plus the 5 and I would do minus the 5. That's what I would do. Because if you know how to add, you know how to subtract, and they kind of go hand in hand. Yeah. Hello, Heather. The app No Abacus is a godsend. Oh, good. Oh, good. I've been busy. Glad to be back. I'm doing pretty good. It's been interesting. I've been trying to look at my filters, and it gets a little crazy. Yeah, sometimes I get some bad day. I don't think I've ever had a bad day. No. Every time I go live, I don't have a bad day. I have trolls. Yeah, I get trolls. But the trolls are pretty good right now. There wasn't any troll here. So yeah, Becky. So then after this, after adding in the 5 and taking away the 5, then there is adding in the 10. Adding in the 10 is what carrying over and borrowing is. You know what I mean? So and we can talk about that too. But it would be these two set of books, how to make a 10 and how to subtract a 10, and that's what those would be. So this would be like the curriculum of how to do it on the Abacus, and then I'm still building out more books because there's still more concepts after this as well, and so this is what the curriculum would look like. I don't know if you want to screenshot that. There we go. Yeah. How are the new books progressing? It's going really well. Let me see. Let me see. Yes, it's sold out. Oh, that's right. I'm apologize. I'm getting a shipment in a couple of days. So, if you want to hold on for a little bit, it's the I'm getting the mazes in on Tuesday, and I think I'm getting in the other ones later in the day. Yeah, shipment has been a little tough. I didn't realize that I needed to send in earlier. But I finally got. I don't know. I don't know if you were here for this. Tropical. Come on. No. I don't like this. This is ridiculous. Hold on. Hold on. I just need it to be. Uh, Edit. No. Whatever. There it is. So this is my introduction to Abacus for adults. Thank you, Jeremiah. So that's what it is. It's on over here. I don't. Yeah. I don't know why. I've already changed it. Anyways. Anyways. So yeah. But that's what it is. And yeah. And now I'm on my 15th book, and I got to do the two-step equations because my one student is getting into the point where we need to combine these two sets of information. Yes, thank you, Jeremiah. Yes, I'm actually quite excited. I didn't realize how well it works. So to do okay, so we did that. So the flip through on this one, just so you know, is that an Einstein? It is. It's supposed to be. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Jeremiah, for the roses. Yeah, it was Einstein. But I didn't want to put the mustache because I wanted to be. I wanted to be non-gendered because I relate to it too, you know. So yeah, but it's available over here, but I'm bringing it into my shop. It just takes time. I can't believe how long it takes. But I'm going to start upping my stock so I can have more in stock. I was doing one bit at a time, but for right now, yeah, yeah, it's been interesting. I know that if I could get my sales, if I could get it, it'd be great. But it is what it is. Please. So yeah, thank you, Tropical Paradise. Yeah, it was one of those things like to be able to complete it and then still keep going. And then I realized that I have a whole series that I have to go through. So a lot of people are looking for multiplication and division. So that's my next. Those are my next like pillars that I'm trying to get to after I do my two-step equations. So it's been interesting. Becky. Oh yeah, not a problem, Becky. I was just gonna show you. I don't know if you. I'm just gonna show you the insides. I know you saw the beginning of this part here, and then what I have is we have instructions of like how to do the -5 and how to do the adding of the 5, and then we have tic tac toe. Again, tic tac toe. The questions are very specific to how to take away the 5. There should be no other other than adding the 5 and taking away the 5. You should not have to do carrying over because that's not a concept that I want to teach yet. So what I did is I broke it down into individual concepts. So we have color by number. I don't know if yeah, so I have color by number, and then I have more activities. I have tic tac toe, and then here this is a petal puzzle. You answer the question. This is a petal, not a tooth, and you have to find the bud that attaches to it. So then this is like a cut and paste, and that's why there's an empty spot. There's because you're cutting. And then we have hidden words. There's mazes. I have word problems because I wanted to get the kids to understand how to read and understand the problems. So more hidden words, and I think there's color by number, and I think that's about it. And again, the answers are in the back of the book. Yeah, just in case there was a discrepancy of what I was trying to portray in my instructions. And again, if you want to, I'm always here. So you can always stop by and ask me questions while I'm here. And then the adding of the 5 is the same, not the same activities, but very similar. So again, I teach about how to add the 5, right, after adding the 5, and then we go into the mazes, and then there's color by number, and then there's more mazes, and then I try to have a game, and then tic-tac-toe, word problems, and hidden word. And again, the answers are in the back of the book. Yeah, not a problem, Becky, not a problem. And so when we're looking, I was trying to make it as interactive and yet they're still learning because it does get a little monotonous to just keep doing word after question after question after question. What is the curriculum that's different from buying each book? Nothing. They're exactly the same. It's either you. It's. I think what it is I did the whole thing so then you don't have to pay for extra shipping. The bundle, yeah. So I did the whole bundle because I didn't because then you save on shipping, right? If you buy individual books, then you're gonna have to pay for shipping. So I did the bundle, and the bundle includes, so the first grade bundle would include this and this the 3 digit, and then it would include the making of the 10, making of the 5, and then I have this dry erase where this is a dry erase where you can and it's a comprehensive, it's a comprehensive what? It's comprehensive. So we have making of the 5, and then this is how we make a 5, and this is how we minus the 5. So this is, I'm sorry, making of the 10. These are all of the formulas you need to do, but it's actually not that difficult. It's actually not that much, because if you look, all I do is I just switch the two. So if I want to do 7, I can either plus the 3 minus the 10 or minus the 10 plus the 3. So what I did is I just put it as a cumulative property. Cumulative property, I'm kind of making it a little bit vague, because cumulative property in the Eurocentric math, it says addition sentences, but if you notice, we have subtraction here. In Abacus, we balance our equations, we balance our formulas, and so what I do here is I try to explain, like, what we do is we isolate the variable, and then you take this variable and you substitute this information, and then this is, yeah, so it's a dry erase. There's labels to each of them, and then everyone is there's an example. And then if you want to add, you will know when you add, there is a subtraction, right? So if you add 1, behind it is subtracting 1. And then this is the same thing with making of the 10. Making of the 10 is the same concepts, right? We have this addition sentence that what we do, and then we isolate the variable, and then we write the cumulative property, because this is where, being able to be number flexible, whether you plus the 10 minus the 1 or minus the 1 plus the 10, no matter what that order is, as long as you know what that order is, you'll be fine. It doesn't matter which way you go, you just need to know that any which way is fine. And again, if I want to add the 7, behind it is minus the 7. So if I want to add the 6, behind it is minus the 6. And then it gets even better, because after you know how to do your adding of the 5 and adding of the 10, how to make a 10 and how to make a 5, then we start understanding this workflow. So this workflow is a framework. How do you know what to do? So if I wanted to add the 7, on the abacus, right? If I add 7 on the abacus, 7 on the abacus, I want to add 4. So my questions I would ask myself is, do I have enough to add the 4? Yes or no? No, I don't have enough beats to add the 4. So what do? I have to see if I can add the 5. Can I add this 5? No, I'm already using it. So then I got to go down here. What do I have? Well, I have minus, if I want to add the 4, I'm going to plus the 5, plus the 10, and then take away the 6. So what did I do here is I carried over. And that's another concept, right? That's a concept of understanding your workflow. But it's all part of the curriculum, and it's all part of the system in the questions. And so I go through each one step by step. The next one is subtraction. If you know how to add, you will know how to subtract. So it's the same concept. You check to see if you can add, yes or no. So if you have 17 on the abacus, so 1, 7, I want to subtract the 4. There's not enough beads. So can I go down to here? Can I take away the 5? Yes, I can take away the 5. What do? To take away the 4, I just need to minus the 5 plus the 1. And so my final answer is 13. So this is also included in the bundle. And the abacus. Yeah. So that was the first grade bundle. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 books, right? 7 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 books in the preschool bundle. Um, yeah, but it should be in stock by Tuesday. I think Tuesday is when the thing is. When I'll have my books back. Yeah. So was that all right? You go okay? How are we going? Oh, thank you, Independent, for checking in. Oh, thank you for the rose, Independent. Oh, that didn't work. Thank you, Independent. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. There we go. Thank you for the rose, Independent. So yeah, that's my books, and I have and those are the books I have available. But that's what I got. Awesome. I'll check if it's not on Tuesday. If not Tuesday, it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So thank you. My whole collection is here. My name is Lynette, and I've been teaching Abacus for about 20 years now. Yeah, 20 years. And I still find it interesting. I still find it exciting to be able to provide a different way of introducing Abacus to the Matrix. So thank you, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the real world.
And so, yeah, because I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why Abacus is not as popular as Counting Bears, but it is what it is. And that's why I'm here. And what I'm here to do is I'm here to abacify the world. That is what I want to do. So I'm trying to flood the whole market with all of my books. All the ways to do abacus. And it just takes a little bit of time. That's all. Okay. So, whew, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. How are we doing? Any other questions, Becky? Yeah. Uh yeah. If you get the bundle, then you save on shipping. That, I think the biggest thing is you save on the shipping, because the shipping can also be kind of hectic. Yeah. What are we doing? Okay, we can do more subtraction. Oh yeah. Should I? Oh yeah, I could do that. Okay, so we can do subtraction. I'm gonna do subtraction because I don't think we do it enough. So the thing about the subtraction is what we're going to do is we're going to borrow. When we borrow, what we're doing is we're looking at the concept. So the first thing we're going to do is understand how to take away the 7. Again, in Abacus world, we focus in on the second number. The second number is what we're trying to understand. It's the 7. So when we have 16 on the Abacus, right, we want to take away the 7. Now, what do we do? What do you do in mainstream math? Mainstream math, you have to carry the 1 and become 16, and then you have to know that 9, right? But in Abacus, we don't. We have 16 on the Abacus. We want to take away the 7. But guess what? We don't have enough to take away the 7. We need to take the 7 away from the 10, right? We need to take away from the 10. So we're going to take 7 away from this 10, but we have to bring back 3. So that's why we have to add 3 to the ones column. So we take away this 10 and we add 3. That's what we do when we minus the 7. So just like in cars, just like drifting, you need to go left to go right.
If you're going hard enough left, you'll find yourself turning right.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. Turn right to go left.
What is it that we just did? Well, if you notice, we have to remove this 10 bead, right? This 10 bead. But I've removed too much. So I need to add back the 3. 1, 2, 3. Because I'm only going to take away the 7. I only need to take away what I need. I'm only going to take away the 7. And I have 3 left over. That's why I have to take this and give it back to here. So my final answer is 9. And then I want to plus the 1. We know plus the 1 is plus the 10 minus the 9. So my final answer is 10. Jeremiah, I don't know if Jeremiah, if you're still around to understand that. Because I know you were asking for minusing. and to practice minus. So here it is. We'll do this next one. So we have 1 on the abacus, we add 1. We're going to add 14. Add the 1, add the 4. To plus the 4, how do we do it? We plus the 5 minus the 1. So this was a concept that we learned earlier today, or earlier in many of my lives. So we have what? We have 15. Now we got to take away the 7. If I have 15, I have to take away 7. Again, what do? I have to take it away from this column. So I take away the 7, 1, there we go. And I have these 3 that I have to take back, right? So I take away the 7, but guess what? Take away the 10, but I have to give back 3. So that's what I have to do. So if I take away the 10, I have to give back 3. 1, 2, 3. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So what I do here is I have dogs in the park. We have 15 on the abacus, and I need to take away 7. But that means I got to go to the dogs in the park and I take away 7. Right? I use 7 here, but then 3 needs to stay behind. So you bring back the 3. That's what I did. Yeah? Whew. All right. How are we done? So we could do it again with the 6. The 6 is 15 on the abacus. I want to take away the 6. Again, we're not going to memorize how to make a 9, whatever. We're not going to memorize. What we're going to do is we're going to understand this concept. Minus the 6 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 4. That's it. Minus the 6 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 4. And so my final answer is 9. And what do? We are visually seeing our numbers now. We know how to move it. We will know how to get our answer. So it's the same thing with 5 minus 5. So we have 11 on the abacus, right? Thank you, Tasmania. Tasmania. Yep. Right? Thank you so much. So when we have 11 on the abacus, I want to take away the 5. Again, to take away the 5, I have to take it away from this 10. Right? To take it away from this 10, what do? I take 5 away, but I got to add back this 5. Right? If I add back this 5, I have to add it back to the ones column. So I take away the 10 and I add back the 5. So my final answer is 6. We all right? How are we doing? Make sense? Thank you. Thank you, Jeremiah. Oh, you're still here. Good. Right? Yeah. I like the concept with the cubes because you could see the quantity. I think that's what we're kind of lacking a little bit. So here, when we want to do the 4, same thing, right? But this is where it gets a little tricky because we actually have 4 with a minus the 5 or minus the 10. So we have 11 on the abacus. I want to take away the 4. Well, I need to what? Minus the 4 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 1. The problem is I cannot take away the 5. So that's my next one. My next one is minus the 4 is equal to minus the 10 plus the 6. So we minus the 10 plus the 6. So my final answer is 7. All right. Ooh. There we go. What's this? Esteban. It is an abacus. An abacus is a counting tool. This counting tool helps me visualize numbers. That's all it does. It's an abacus. Abacus. Do I have it here? Oh yeah, abacus. Abacus. That's how you say it. Abacus. And it's just a counting tool. So when we're looking, we're just going to count. And here's a little review. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's all it is. 4. That's it. If I did 1 again, but then we have this top bead. The top bead is a value of 5. Because the top bead is a value of 5, right? We add that. Now we have 6. If I have 2 on the abacus, we did 2. 1, 2. I add the 5. Now we have 7. If I have 3 on the abacus, 1, 2, 3. I want to add the 5. Now we have 8. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to add the 5. Now we have 9. So you might be wondering what 10 is. This is not 10. Why? Because it's 5. This is 5 and 5. 10 is a 1 and a 0. Does it matter which column you use? Y in the middle? Oh, yeah. So here, if you look, there's a label. This label is my ones place. Thank you, Stephen. Oh yeah, here it is. So when we look, we have our ones place. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. It all has to do with where your dot is, where you signify where the ones place is. I usually choose where the dot is because it just makes it easier for my brain to know that I'm starting here or I'm starting here. It doesn't really matter. For the decimal sits between the two columns of the ones and the tenths. The decimal does not have a placeholder, right? So we have our tenths and our hundreds. We could, if we wanted to, use this one to be my ones place. If we did that, it would look like this, right? It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So then when we look, we can actually do this. 1.00001. Yeah. So that's because I choose this one. Just like a Pokemon, I just choose this one.
Pokemon, I choose you!
But usually I choose this one over here. This label.
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
So then I have a bigger number. I have my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So when we're looking, we have 60. 60 is 60000, and this is my ones place. Then the next one is 6,000. 6000. This is 600, right? And then we have 60. That's what 60 looks like. The next one is 6.25. It's like as if it's money, right? So we have $6.25. Yep. So then, if you're ever wondering, if I did all fives, that's what it would look like. 55,555.55. Okay. I think I'm about done. Yeah. So, if you look, what am I looking at? 55,555. This is the biggest, no, this is the biggest number that this specific abacus can do because it can only go up to 10,000. So it's 99,999.99. Oh, thank you, Becky, for the follow. Yeah. And so when we're looking, and that's it. So what we're doing is we're just understanding how to read the abacus. There's a whole lot more to it. I mean, you could add, subtract, multiply, and divide. But I think for right now, I'm going to head out. Excuse me. Yeah. So this is what? So this is 70. This is what 70 looks like. 7, 0. 0, 0, 0. Okay, no. This one. So this one is what? That is 0.05. That's what that would look like. And all of these would be zeros. Right? Have a good night, Jeremiah. Yeah, you too. You too, Jeremiah. Thank you so much for dropping by. I am going to head out. I'm really tired. I was out late last night on live, and then I came back this morning. And it's just been, I haven't had a good night. Good night's rest, I think that's what I should say. Good night's rest. But thank you so much. Have a good night, Jeremiah. Thank you so much for dropping by. Have a good night, Stephen. Thank you. Yeah. So again, thank you everybody for joining. For those of you that are interested, I do have books available over here. If you're interested in like tutoring or abacus tutoring or workbooks or worksheets, I have all of those as well. Thank you, Becky. Oh, thank you, Becky. Yeah. Yeah, let me know how the books fare. And yeah, I'm still in the process of making more books. It just takes time to get all the activities and stuff because the questions need to be curated. But yeah, I do offer tutoring, abacus tutoring, and workbooks and so forth. But I only teach abacus. I only teach math, with an abacus. That is my only thing that I do. So I do a lot of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. A lot are sold out. Thanks. Oh yeah, thanks. Thanks. It's kind of, yeah, it's a little annoying. Thank you, Tropical Paradise. Have a good night. Glad to have caught the live. Yeah, thank you. Yes, you too, Tropical. I'm so happy you were able to join. I think I'm upping my game. It's a good problem to have. Yes, yes, it is. It is. And you know, I honestly didn't think I would be able to. And I'm very happy. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate that this is it is. But I'm a little bit stressed because I feel like I'm still in the process of showing the world what an abacus is. And I feel like I'm missing. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's FOMO. But it's fine. It's fine. I just got to keep trucking away and just figure out how to plan better with the supplies. That's what I got to do. Is plan better with my supplies. I guess it's good that I'm still small. So, thank you again, everybody. Thank you again. Have a good night, and I will see you all in my next live. Thank you again. Again, yeah. Sorry for those that are interested. My books are either here or my TikTok shop. So, have a good night, everybody. Thank you again, and see you all in my next live. Bye.